everything is alright. You kiss and tell me everything's alright. Can I get away again tonight? The only one who could ever reach me was the son of...
So when you arrive here, what do you see?
According to Detective Michael Harding, Alyssa Burkett pulled into her usual parking space at around 9 a.m.
This car was actually parked right here where this green van is, right here, and the assailant's vehicle had parked right next to her in this spot.
Were you here when everything happened?
Yes, I was sitting at my desk.
What all did you see happen?
Witnesses say the assailant exited his vehicle, a black Ford Expedition SUV, with a gun in his hand.
She had the window up, and he shot right through the window.
Maintenance supervisor Darren Eichler, about 15 feet away,
It's horrible.
heard a gun blast and turned around.
What do you see?
I see a black SUV starting to back out of the parking spot.
Investigators believe the shooter thought Alyssa was dead. The blast had destroyed her left eye and part of her face. But Alyssa Burkett was still alive.
She gets out of her car, and she walks up to this landing to try to get help because she knows her coworkers are here.
The shooter, described by some as a black man, got out of the vehicle and began sprinting toward Alyssa, this time with a large hunting knife.
Do you see him holding the knife?
Yeah, in the hand.
After he starts to stab her, she's still fighting. On this window right here, there was a blood handprint smear where Alyssa was trying to get anyone to come out and help her.
But fearing it was an active shooter situation, they stayed inside, and the attacker began stabbing Alyssa repeatedly. Incredibly, Alyssa was still breathing when her assailant fled.
Once the suspect left, her coworkers came out to try to render aid.
One of her colleagues made this call to 911.
911, what is the address of the emergency?
Someone came up and just shot my assistant manager.
Where is the shooter?
I don't have enough information. He's gone. He left in his car. He literally left a second ago.
Fire department pulled up first. They come up. I get out of the way and let them do their thing. And
They start working on her right here?
immediately, yeah. And it was too late. She was gone.
Alyssa had been stabbed and slashed a total of 44 times. When Alyssa's mother, Teresa, arrived on the scene, she immediately gave the police a name, and it wasn't a black man. It was Andrew Beard.
I know he did this. He's an evil person.
Teresa told detectives that Andrew Beard and Alyssa were in an ugly custody battle over their 1-year-old daughter, Willow Ann. Andrew, who had joint custody, had Willow a few days every week, but he kept pushing for primary custody, dragging Alyssa in and out of court hearings, emptying her bank account.
Once we talked to Alyssa's mom, we had an idea who we were looking for.
And who is that person?
That person was Andrew Beard.
Oh my God.
Within hours of the murder, investigators pulled Andrew's Ford F-150 over for an alleged traffic violation. He was with his fiancée, a woman named Holly Elkins. Police seized his truck, and inside they found jaw-dropping evidence.
So this is one of the makeup vials that we recovered from inside one of the bags in the F-150.
It was a foundation called Java.
Yeah,
It's really dark.
very dark. And the purpose of that was what, do you believe?
Was to disguise Andrew Beard's face, to make him look like an African American.
The day after the murder, they found the black SUV they believed Andrew took to murder Alyssa, abandoned less than a mile from Andrew's house.
What'd you find when you guys processed the inside of this vehicle?
We were able to recover multiple spots where blood was recovered. That was later tested to be Alyssa's blood.
They also found another part of his disguise, a fake beard.
That looks like a Halloween kind of beard. Just
Exactly, yes.
Really?
He purchased a Halloween costume.
So that's what led us to get the arrest warrant for Andrew Beard.
Little
Siempre usando cualquiera es como tú. Cálmate que el rato se hace. Dando la vuelta me pongo un pase. Hago lo que sea, porque hago lo que sea. Tú no tienes mi competencia.
Ay, ay, linda, tú eres la buena, tú eres mi perdición.
Ay, ay, linda. Eres mi droga y eres mi perdición.
Shalom. Call HALAL YAHAWAH, BAHASHAM, YAHAWASHI, BAHASHAM, QADASH. That's giving all praise to the Most High, in the name of His only begotten Son, in the name of the Holy Spirit. Double honors to our teachers, the elders, and apostles of Great Millstone, who taught us His truth and sincerity. Peace and salutations to the hopeful elect scattered abroad. Shalom to 144,000. It's going to be a quick video, man, going into what you see on the screen, okay? And the caption reads, They are all wearing masks. You have no idea what truly lies underneath the skin suit. The skin suit. All right, and that's true because, as you see in the post production, the previous videos, there's this thing now where everybody is, wearing a mask, and what really made me want to do this video, there's 2 points. One in particular is how they wear these masks, pretty much putting on these masks, pretending themselves to be black, all right, or so-called Negroes to do crimes, all right. That's a common thing. They wear masks to pretend to be so-called black people, and that's when they go do crimes. And the reason why they do that is because they know that it's not because black people, so-called black people, are disproportionately committing crimes, but they know that they are disproportionately, charged for crimes, more than others. It's pretty much a way to be deceitful, which is what Esau does. But also, a lot of you people on these TV shows and on your mainstream media, they also are wearing masks to to be deceitful, man. Okay, to pretty much deceive the people. All right, and the Lord is exposing all this stuff in these last days. All right, you can never trust this damn devil because he gonna do a lot of wickedness. All right. Let me grab this right here. This is Psalm 55, verse 23. But thou, O power, shalt bring them down into the pit. So, Salakia, let's bring that back. Shall bring them down into the pit of destruction. Bloody and deceitful men shall not live out their days, but I will trust in thee. Right? So you got to trust in Yahweh BAHASHAM YAHWASHI that the Lord is going to judge these individuals. All right, as you've seen in those videos prior, you had guys from wearing mascara to wearing a mask, a little $5, $6 mask off Amazon, to where they have these elaborate masks where they where you can't tell the difference. At first glance, they would think that it was an actual Jake that committed the crime, like in that video where the brother Ariel did as spiritual, because he brought that video out, and I already had this video in the works. All right, but of that guy who killed his ex-wife. All right, and they said how all the people who saw it initially thought it was a so-called black man that did it, but it was an Edomite. All right, which he's stupid, because when you have a crime such as horrendous as that one was, they call that a crime of passion. So when somebody dies, the first paper they go, the first initial suspects are the ex-husband or ex-wife or somebody that was had relations with the individual. So you're gonna be the first suspect. But this guy tried to hide it by being in a deceitful way, by just trying to disguise himself as a so-called black man. All right, and that's what these devils do. This is how this man get down. This is how he tries to pretty much put the wool over your head and to deceive you. These people are master deceivers. Psalm 55 verse 23 again. It says, "But thou, O power, shalt bring them down into the pit of destruction, bloody and deceitful men." Okay, bloody and deceitful men. All right, and that's what we're seeing on this world stage. These people are you never know who you're looking at on TV, man. You never know who you're looking at. You never know, what's under the suit, who's under the suit. And this is why I always say, turn the mainstream media off, because it's just that. Okay, mind control, and it's deceitful. Okay, let's grab some more. It says Psalm chapter 5 verse 6, "Thou shalt destroy them that speak leasing. The Lord Yahweh will abhor the bloody and deceitful man." All right, so the Lord is not with these individuals, man. All right, and they're being found out. It says Psalm chapter 43 verse 1, "Judge me, O power, and plead my cause against an ungodly nation. O deliver me from the deceitful and the unjust man." And this is these other nations, but also even our people too as well, man. Jake is just gone. All right, and we want nothing to do with them at this point. Okay, Ecclesiasticus or Sirach chapter 11 verse 23, verse 29. Bring not every man into thine house, for the deceitful man hath many trains. Okay, and this is a very, very deceitful kingdom, man. Where this devil, he got everything through riches and through ill-gotten gain. Okay, riches gotten by deceit. All right, let's grab a few more real quick. Let's go to Job chapter 24, chapter 9, verse 24. It says, the earth is given into the hand of the wicked. He covereth the faces of the judges thereof. If not, where and who is he? So these devils, they, paint themselves. They do the whitewashing, when it comes to something good or historic. But when it comes to crimes and, evil and wickedness, they'll try to, paint that on the so-called, black man. All right. And that just go to show you how wicked these individuals are, man. They'll go that far, and in most cases framing Jake. It says Malachi chapter 1 verse 4. It says, whereas Edom saith, we are impoverished, but we will burn, we will return and build the desolate places. Thus saith Yahweh of hosts, they shall build, but I will throw down. They shall call them the border of wickedness. These people are the border of wickedness, and against whom the people against whom the Lord Yahawah Shai hath indignation forever. I'm a little excited. All right, but that's who we dealing with, man. And that reminds me of the scripture. I mean that it was a video of a little girl. She had stole some cookies. She had stole some cookies, man, and she lied to her mom and told her mom that it was a black man that broke into the house and stole the cookies, man. She said, her mom was like, so he didn't take the TV, he didn't take this, he didn't take that, he just broke in to steal some cookies. Okay, so this is they are born being the devil. It says Psalms chapter 58 verse 2. Yeah, in heart ye work wickedness, ye weigh the violence of your hands in the earth. The wicked are estranged from the womb. They go astray as soon as they be born, speaking lies. All right, and this is what these devils do. Everything that they all the history, all the, everything they taught you in these schools, it's all a lie. Okay, and this is how they are in power. Okay, off a lie. Verse in NLT it says, no, you plot injustice. No, you plot injustice in your hearts, which means your minds. You spread violence throughout the land. These wicked people are born sinners, because they are the wicked, the border of wickedness. Even from birth, they have lied and gone their own way. All right, and that's what Esau does, man. Okay, it says they spit venom like deadly snakes. They are like cobras that refuse to listen. So I can go on with that, but I'll just jump to the next one. All right, because the scriptures tell us about this man. All right, and why we should never trust him as well. Let's go into that. It says Ecclesiasticus chapter 12, verse 10. It says, never trust thine enemy, for like his iron rusteth, so is his wickedness. Though he humble himself and go crouching, take good heed and beware of him, and thou shalt be unto him as if thou hast wiped a looking glass, and thou shalt know that his rust have not been altogether wiped away. So you got jakes that say, well, that was the past. They're not like that. No, these people are still the wicked. They are the devil. All right. And if you trust this man and sit around him long enough, he gonna show you who he is. They always do. I got plenty of accounts. I mean, even brothers I know, they'll tell you the same thing about Edomites that they was cool with, that they would have done anything for, that trespassed against them, and did some evil, wicked shit, man. I know Edomites that did shit that Jake would never do. Okay, it says, set him not by thee, lest when he hath overthrown thee, he stand in thy place. Neither let him sit at thy right hand, lest he seek to take thy seat. And thou at the last remember my words and be pricked therewith. That's why we got to stay away from them altogether. Okay, because they'll be quick to blame some shit on you. They'll be quick to try to flip the script on you. It says, so one that goeth to a sinner and is defiled with him in his sins, who will pity? For a while he will abide with thee, But if thou begin to fall, he will not tarry. An enemy speaketh sweetly with his lips, but in his heart he imagined how to throw thee into a pit. He will weep with his eyes, but if he find opportunity, he will not be satisfied with blood. If adversity come upon thee, thou shalt find him there first, and though he pretend to help thee, yet shall he undermine thee. And this is why you got a lot of Jakes that's in prison. All right, Jake might, get in some trouble, and they might not even did. You got a lot of people that's in prison that didn't even do the crime. Okay, just which is judgment, but they in there, doing 20, 30 years for a crime they didn't even do. Then you go get a lawyer, which is a professional liar. It's usually an Edomite, and that they in league with the damn judge, or they in league with the prosecutors. All just to railroad you off the prison, anyways. You see, so we don't get a fair standing here in Babylon, and that's the way it's set up. You see, because we trespass against the Lord, now the Lord is punishing us. All right. And it's crazy because all the masks, for the most part, you seen people, they were trying to portray themselves as so-called black people. All right. Why? This, predominantly the so-called black man. Why? Because, it's that hatred. Okay. That's that hatred, man. All right. Let me grab this too. It says, Isaiah chapter 42, verse 22. It says, but this is a people robbed and spoiled. They are all of them snared in holes. They are hid in prison houses. They are for a prey. You see, we are for a prey, man. We are literally preyed upon, and you niggas don't know it. This is why you got to know who you are. You got to know who your power is. You got to know who the devil is, because you are preyed upon. Okay, if you don't know it, then you will be taken by it. It says, and none delivereth for a spoil, and none saith restore. So they ain't trying to restore you, Jakes, man. A nigga will go buy a mask to go do a heinous crime, and he'll portray himself as you. And when these things happen, the police, they ain't gonna do an in-depth search. For the most part, a lot of times they'll just go find the nearest nigga in the area, tell him you fit the description, and now you going to prison for 20, 30 years for a crime you didn't even do. Okay? It says, verse 24, who gave Jacob for a spoil and Israel to the robbers? Did not the Lord YAHAWASHI, he against whom we have sinned? For they would not walk in his ways, neither were they obedient unto his law. So this is all a part of the judgment of YAHAWASHI. Okay? And therefore he hath poured upon him the fury of his anger and the strength of battle, and it hath set him on fire round about. Yet he knew not, and it burned him, yet he laid it not to heart. You see? So you got to actually put these things in, and ponder on these things and understand, well, hey, what time we in? Understand that you have enemies all around you that want nothing but your destruction. Okay? Let's grab this. I got to get up out of here, but we're going to knock a few more of these out. Okay? Because we see. And this is why we got to be thankful the Lord gave us his truth. It says, Ezekiel chapter 35, verse 5, it says, because thou hast had a perpetual hatred, which is a never-ending hatred. They hate Jake so much that the first thing people think about is going to go buy a black mask, or even like you think about those minstrel shows where they had Jake and they had blackface on, man, and they would just mock and make fun of Jake all day long. That's all they did. It says, and has shed the blood of the children of Israel by the force of the sword in the time of their calamity and the time that their iniquity had an end. And this also because they hate our power. Okay, they hate the power that we serve. So because of this, they go all out to try to destroy us, to pretty much spit in the face of the Most High. All right. But hey, our redemption draws nigh, man. The Lord is going to deliver us from these devils, okay, and all their schemes and their cunning, their cunningness, man. All right, let me grab this right here. I'm gonna close out. Let's close out with this right here. Let's go to Psalms chapter 10 and verse 8, man. All right. Let me go to verse 6. It says, he hath said in his heart, I shall not be moved, for I shall never be in adversity. His mouth is full of cursing and deceit and fraud. Under his tongue is mischief and vanity. You see? You got to know who your enemy is, because this is how this man moves. This is how he's gotten in power. It says he sitteth in the lurking places of the villages. In the secret places doth he murder the innocent. His eyes are privately set against the poor, which is Jake. You see? They are privately set against you, Jakes, man. They'll act cool in your face. Hey, buddy. Hey, buddy. But the whole time, you know, you got Edomites that make a whole living off of destroying you Israelites, man. It says, he lieth in wait secretly as a lion in his den. He lieth in wait to catch the poor. He doth catch the poor when he draweth him into his net. You see? So we are constantly being drawn into a net. He croucheth and humbleth himself, that the poor may fall by his strong ones. You see? So he'll you know, crouch and humble himself, act like he all there for you, but the whole time he just wants your destruction. You see? And that's why you see these things, you know, you see these different situations where Jake is just being preyed upon. Jake is getting you know, railroaded, you know, which a lot of times Jake be actually, you know, committing them crimes, but there is some times where Jake ain't even do it, you know. It's just it was a setup, you know. And in this society, in this kingdom, we're gonna constantly be set up, man. We're gonna be constantly be at the bottom and preyed upon unto our destruction. And that's why we need YAHAWASHI to come back and make things right. And he's about to, you know. So pray for a few days, man. We almost out of here. With that being said, I'm gonna say shalom, Kwame Sharala, Ball. On to the next one. Shalom.